What is up, soccer fans? My name's Loverfella, and today I want to make a video that's a little different than the stuff I normally do. So in the past, I've been a big fan of FIFA 16, FIFA 15, 14, 13, all the way back to the very first FIFAs, where you could run in and slide tackle the goalkeepers, take them out of the box. And that was one of the best parts of those old games. And in that time, FIFA Ultimate Team came out, one of my all-time favorite things to play. You could invest in cards, play the stocks, grow your team, and beat people with better teams than them. It was incredible to play. And in the last 4 years, I've been working on a guide that's got over 100,000 views from people looking to get better at FIFA Ultimate Team. So today, I want to go over my best tips for making money in FIFA 16 Ultimate Team. So the way this video will be set up is that I'm going through my website and I'm going to kind of go over and explain what these tips are. Some of these are advanced, some of these aren't. A lot of these I made up myself, and I don't know how much they are out there on the internet. So to start with, sell your team. So you're not always playing the game. So what you want to do is overnight, while you're at work, while you're at school, take your entire team and put them up on the market, because you're not going to sell them if they're sitting in your bench, right? You can't sell them. And you might be asking, why do I want to sell them? I love my team. Well, you're selling them at higher prices than they're worth. 5 to 10,000 above what they're actually worth. And then maybe someone will buy it. The chance is low, but if it happens, you just made 10,000 coins, 5,000 coins, and then just buy them back for the normal price. The next one is called shady bidding. And this is one that I've never done, but a few of my friends have done it. And basically, you'll randomly bid extremely high amounts of money to create a bidding war on something. So like, your friend's going to put up a card and you're going to say, I'll bid 20,000 even though it's worth 1,000. Someone else might see that and think, oh, maybe this card's good, and not Google the price and end up paying like 25,000 for it. If it doesn't work, you can just redo it and try again. It's worked a couple times for my friend, but you basically just run the bid up for your friend. The next one is called the fitness method, and this one's not going to make you rich, but it's going to be decent. Basically go through, look for all the fitness cards for 250 coins was the buy now price at the time of writing this. It definitely could have changed because it's been a couple weeks since I've looked. And you're just going to buy the fitness cards, sell them for a couple more, buy them for 250, sell them for 450. It's great profit. It's good. It's good to start with. Selling managers is a great one to get into. Managers aren't often sold because not a lot of people think about that. You buy a manager, you get one you like, and then you don't do anything with it after that. Well, for these managers, they can sell from 500 to 1,000 coins each, but you could buy them for 200 because people don't know what they're worth. Again, not going to make you rich, but it'll get you enough money to start making investments in the other ones. Number 5, we have the 59-minute method. Very common. You go through, you take a bid at you look for buy nows at the 59th minute. Kind of annoying to flip through all the pages to get there, but I got a Di Natale for 22,000 coins, sold him for 50,000 because I was at the 59 minutes and 59 seconds and snatched him that second. There are bots out there that do this, but every now and then you can get one before the bot does, and it's incredible. But it's a time sink. It's not guaranteed to make money. There's just a chance. So maybe if you're really bored, you're waiting for your friend to get on to play, might as well scroll to page 59 minute, 59 second, and make some bids. And this is actually pretty interesting. I took a poll, and 8,597 people voted in the poll. And I asked people, how much money do you have on Ultimate Team? So about 50% have under 10,000, and about a quarter of people have over 100,000. So I thought this was very interesting. Now, granted, the people searching this aren't going to be the rich people, but I wonder if that speaks volumes to how many people have over 100,000 coins in FIFA. At my peak, I had a couple million in a really good team of informs. Bronze pack method. Packs, I'd always say never buy packs because you almost never make money back. But if you buy bronze packs for about 400 each and sell the contents, you can usually sell contracts for 150, give or take, and the players could go for a lot more if you get a 20 to 30,000 card player. So if you get some kind of junk in there, you can go ahead and keep it. I mean, you can use it later. Like maybe you get like a new ball or a new stadium or something. It won't sell for much. Might as well keep it. It's risky. It's risky. This is one that you want to do if you're a gambler and you don't like the other methods. Next one, simple investing, buy low, sell low. Fairly standard method. You look for a player that's a low price and you buy him for you buy him for a low price, sell him for a high price. The next one is pretty standard. You're going to buy low and you're going to sell low. You're not going to sell high. You're going to buy for the bare minimum you can find and then sell it for about 1,000 to 2,000 below average. This will sell the players quicker, but make you a less total profit than if you had waited longer. So like, for example, say Ronaldinho is 10,000 coins. You find him for 5,000. The average is 10,000. Instead of selling him for the average, sell him for 8,000. And that'll get you a 3,000 coin profit, and it'll sell instantly. If you can afford informs, they're great flips. Back in the older FIFA games, you could get formation modifiers and slap them on, and these formation modifiers are great for making your player worth a lot more money. Own the markets. This is another pretty standard tip. If you have a ton of money or a ton of rich friends, buy out all your favorite players. So you like Akinfenwa, buy every Akinfenwa on the market and just make the price go up. I had a group do this once. We got about 300 cards and sold them about 10,000 over the average price, and we did sell them because you go to look and every single card is that you go to look and every single price is a new high price. Next one, Shiny Fitness buyout. This is my latest discovery at the time of finding this, and I lost over 200,000 coins because of the market crash that always happens around, I think it's about 3 months into the new year, maybe the market crash happens, and so all the players drop in price. It's like the announcement of the new game, new informs come out, stuff like that ruins the market. And so I would buy Shiny Fitness coins for about 150, and people would bid them up to 1,500. So this had a great return on investment, and oftentimes they're worth even more. So if you buy 40 of them for whatever price, and then like maybe 1,500, sell them for 2,300, good deal. Next up is called Find the Deal, and this one is a safer method for those of you who don't like to gamble. Look for gold players that are 150 coins, basically bid on them all to about 150 to 300, and I mean, they're gold players no one knows, so people aren't going to be actively looking for them. You might buy it for 150, and you could turn that around for about 500 or 600. Not a get rich quick, but a great way to build it up. An example, last night, Rooney was worth 50,000. I bid on one for 23,000. And so bidding is a good way to make money, but low bidding is a way to make money when you don't have any. And 250 bidding, this is another one I've invented, and it's pretty simple. You just search gold cards, bid on as many for 250 max, and then every one of these gold cards discards for 300. So you're going to get a 50 gold profit no matter what, and maybe you'll even sell for more. Contract ripoff. Do you know of any players that might have been given an upgrade, like their stats were increased and they have a new card? Well, what you can do in older FIFA games, and possibly the new ones as well, is play them to the point where they have no contracts left. That contract will cover up the top right corner that shows their overall rating, and then when people are buying, you could sell like a 75 Falcao for the same price as the 80 Falcao, because someone might not see the contract blocking off the number. I've had it work once, and it was incredible because it was like a 60,000 profit turnaround. Player searching only works in FIFA 13 and older, so if you have a newer version of FIFA, which you probably do, go ahead and skip this one, but basically it's buying players in certain formations and selling them like 4-1-2-1-2, but I believe the new games do not contain formations. The next one is called bidding yourself up. So why would you want to bid yourself up? Well, people see this and they're going to move on. So you can bid on your own cards. People will see like a bid war happening. Maybe like you have 10 seconds left and it's a Rooney for 25,000. Bid it like 5 times by yourself. So bid it up to 28,000 completely by yourself. Someone is going to see that changing, and they're going to say, oh, they're in a bidding war, screw this, and go to the next one because I don't want to wait for it. And I have tricked many people. This one works often. I got Di Maria for 10,000 under his average price by bidding myself higher than what I was currently at. So I think that's a pretty clever trick to make some more money. Don't forget the EA tax, 500 in tax for every 10,000 coins you spend. So if you're making a flip, account that into your tax. And make sure you can predict the market crashes. Every time the Team of the Year or seasons are released, the market's going to crash, and every single price goes down like crazy. If you want to learn more about the market crash, you can read it on my website or just Google about it. But just prepare for that and sell all of your cards before that happens, because I lost 200,000 coins because of the market crash, and apparently here I lost 500,000 coins that week. I was on vacation, I remember, and couldn't sell my players. You have to make sure you do it, or all your work is for nothing. Use the EA Sports FC catalog in the game. You can buy amazing boosts, and many of them will give you extra coins at the end. So I know that's in FIFA 13. I imagine it's in all the new games as well. Use that to buy your boost. Don't forget about it. Another tip, packs equal no profit. do not buy packs no matter what you do unless you feel extra risky, maybe to keep your morale up, buy like one every month. But what I would recommend to break the pack habit, get 50,000 coins and spend it on bronze packs, whatever size you want, and write down how many packs you get, what you spent, what you got out of it, and then see what it's worth. And then you might make maybe 5 to 10,000 coins out of it, and you're going to say, I just lost 40,000 coins, and you get to open a bunch of packs. So it's going to fix that urge, and you'll be able to invest your money. Make sure you know where your players are from is another tip. No one's going to want a random CDM from Gabon, who knows what country that is. No one knows where it is. Make sure they're from good nationalities. People that are known from countries that are known are going to sell more often and for more money. In most cases, there are exceptions, of course. And now we're going to talk about how long to leave a player for sale. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you need the money now, I would start it at 150 and have it bid up. It's best to put them up for 3 days in this situation. The longer it's up, the more people who will see it. If you're trying to sell your cards for above average prices, you need to list it as often as possible. So you want these set to about an hour. Keep them above, that way it keeps coming through and people will see it. You can also list a bid for an hour, but you're going to make a lot less money. So it's depending on what you're looking for. And list your cheap cards as long as possible and all their cards as often as possible. So if it's cheap, keep it up there. It's going to help people see it and bid up, hopefully get it higher. People are going to want that. And we're going to move on to when you should sell your players. So I call this prime time. So logically, there will not be as many people in the game when it's late at night. I mean, most people that play this game are in America and in Europe. There are, of course, other people. I don't forget about you. But people are not going to be playing, so they're not going to be there to bid. So if you list your card at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, United States, well, most of the United States will be asleep, and maybe the Europeans are asleep. I don't know how the time works over on that half of the ocean, but you want to list them in the morning and keep them up throughout the day. And overnight, it's a little riskier, and that's where the overnight trading, as we mentioned earlier, comes into handy. And finally, for this quick guide, I want to give you a couple of my last tips. So don't forget the EA tax is 5% of everything. So if you buy a player for $100,000 and sell them for $105,000, you broke even. If your player takes longer than a day or two to sell, don't give up. Just lower the price and keep it the same. Do not lower it unless the price actually dropped. Pay attention to real life soccer. If the MLS game is coming up, like an all-star game, the MLS players are going to skyrocket up because people are like, oh man, I got to play with Higuain from the Crew. I don't know if the Higuain still plays here, but that's what you got to do. You got to see real life things translated to the game. A great time to buy new cards is the start of a new tournament. So if there's a tournament in-game for silver players, buy silver players because the demand will rise. Pay attention to what time you sell and make sure you know what times it's going to sell the most often. It's different for everyone depending on where you live. And finally, another important one, make sure no packs. Make sure you invest in the good formations if you're playing a game that requires that. And this one might be late, but when the Team of the Year players come out, everyone else is going to drop. Watch the market crash. Never give up and memorize these methods and create your own. The most important thing is to know that you can create your own methods. These aren't set in stone. Most of these I made up myself, and I'm sure a lot of you have done these too. And finally, the last thing is I want to thank you for listening to my video. This is literally 4 years in the making, all of these tips, and a lot of time has been invested to it. So my ultimate tip is that you need to find a player that everyone knows. Ronaldinho, Messi, Higuain, Tevez, someone super famous. Everyone's going to want that player, so the demand is higher. And what you do is you buy that player lower and sell him higher, but only that player. It's like a normal flip like you would with other players, but you have to make sure it's a very, very, very famous player. And by doing a famous player, the demand's going to be higher, so the quantity of cards traded will be higher. And so what this means is that you can flip these cards like instantly. I used to do Ronaldinho's. I would buy for 5,000, sell for about 10, and I made 200,000 coins back in one weekend by doing this method. So it's an incredible way to make money. But once you do figure out your player, don't tell your friends or make a video about it to become famous on YouTube or something. Just keep your cards, keep it secret, and keep making money. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope to help, and good luck out there.